Hi everybody, this is Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers on board this Fairline Targa 29 for an extended look around her cockpit and her interior to give you an idea of what it's like to be on this boat without actually being here. And how do we do that? Well, this is a 3D video, so all you need to do is swipe your screen up, down, left or right, or click and drag your screen up, down, left or right, and you can look around wherever you like, whenever you like. You don't have to look where I'm looking or where I'm pointing you. How cool is that? Now, some people do say that they're sensitive to the movement of the camera, so if that may be you, I'll let you know when the camera is going to be moved so you can avert your eyes, and then once the camera is set back down again and safe, I'll let you know so you can return to the tour with me. But let's hope that doesn't happen. So, welcome on board. It's a beautiful evening, as you can see, and I'm sitting inside this lovely, lovely cockpit, and I'm feeling absolutely great. This is really a lovely boat. You can see all around us, it's all white, it's cream, we've got blue above us. It's a nice place to be. So let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, first of all, the height in here, I'm 5'9", loads of headroom all the way back underneath this really, really nice cockpit enclosure. You can see we've got a solid blue above us, but all the way around us it's very noticeable that we have lots of big windows. Two great advantages to that: we've got lots of light and maybe sunlight flooding in as well, but also really good for watchkeeping at sea. We've got lots of big windows we can see out the back, the sides, the front and through the windscreen as well, so very, very nice. And this particular cockpit enclosure looks in great shape too. Very flexible as well. We can roll up the sides, the back, etc., so we can divide or change how we want the wind through our hair, etc., and also allow access to the side decks, etc., etc. Really, really great. Very special in here. I like it. If I move to the back of the compartment, so what I'll do is I'll just walk out of the companionway and come back in. So very nice and easy. And I'm on the swim deck here, which is another very nice part of this boat. But the companionway itself rolls up nice and easily out of the way, and we can get through with ease. If we want to close off the swim platform, as we would at sea, there we go. It's closed and everybody's safe. We've not got water coming in, and also we've not got pets and children going out, unless you want them to go out, of course. Once we're back in, then that's stowed straight out of the way, and it's nice and easy to get in. Small step, and we're in this really quite lovely space. This part of the companionway is given over to seating and access to the engines, which is really important, don't forget. So we've got the U-shaped seating around here on top of the engine lid here. Now, to get to the engine lid we have to take the cockpit table out, nice and easy. We just take the cushions away, nice and easy, and open up a locker on the left hand side there, and it's a one-handed on strut operation to get the lid up. Gives us really nice access to those powerful CAD 32s underneath, and then to reinstate it is just the reverse. We have a nice cockpit table here which opens out to make it a little bit bigger if you want it, but if you want a little bit more room we can put that away as so. And we have the original cockpit table for this boat, which is stowed in the locker over there. Allows us to lower it down, and we can then actually make this into one lovely great big sunbed if you want. I think I probably would. On the starboard side here, as you can see, you may be able to see we have a step here which allows access to the side deck if we want it, and then inset to the bulkhead here we've got a nice locker, two doors there, plenty of room in there for your kind of cockpit upper deck bits and pieces. A fiddle shelf here, not a fiddle shelf here, and generally speaking a nice area. Lovely looking teak deck, all nice and clean, nice enclosure, feels rather special down here, I can tell you. Over me we've got the radar arch here, so we've got two nice speakers set into there, and then above that we've got the radar array, we've got the various antennae, we've got the steamy light, etc., etc. Out of sight but not out of mind, and easily mounted on board the radar arch there. Lovely. So let's look at the forward part of the cockpit. Although I should mention, beneath you in the helm seat you do have a really lovely sized lunchbox sized stowage in there, which is great. And the helm seat itself on this boat has been changed for a new one, because he only wanted it to be more comfortable, and in fact it is. He attests to how lovely and comfortable it is. Looks nice and new because it is all nice and blue, and if we want to stand up and steer, then we can do that just by raising the bolster there and resting our behind on it. But if you want to sit down for longer periods or be more sedate, then you can do, which is great. Nice locker underneath there for all your bits and pieces, the things you would keep with you while you're driving. And then if you look forwards, we can see we've got quite a staggering array of instruments, knobs, switches, all the sort of things you'd expect on a luxury sports boat like this. If I just run through them for you, first of all down here we have a fire extinguisher and a VHF radio. We've got the engines start stop, we've got buzzer and light check switches there. This particular boat has nice new throttles here, which have been inset with a bespoke piece of stainless here to make it look like it was there originally. It really is a nice piece of work. In the middle, obviously, we have a wheel with which to steer, or a helm, and then here we've got trim switches, we've got electrical switches, we've got the auto helm lessening beneath there, and here we've got tilt trim indication, we've got compass, we've got more switches here, the engine warnings and alarms here should there be a problem with your engines, and then moving forward you've got the nice Raymarine radar and a really recent Garmin unit which is a fish finder, so we've got lots of redundancy for those variables that we need to be monitoring whilst we're away. Lots of wire behind here because there's a wire leading from a 12 volt outlet around there, and our current owners have been leading the wire around the front here and connecting to an iPad which conveniently sits here for their navigation purposes. So that coupled with this and this means you've got in some cases triplicate with some of the things that we want to monitor. Harking back to the old days slightly, we still have what would be a small chart table here, so if you still wanted to stick a folded up chart under there you could do, but the current owner has been very thoughtful and placed some emergency what to do or what ifs there, so if you're panicking and you're not sure what to do, we've got a work through list here, but not a bad idea at all. And then carrying on around the front of the cockpit, you can see we have some more instruments. So port engine, starboard engine, port and starboard engine. We have fuel tank content indicator, we have engine oil temperature, pressure and battery voltage for both port and starboard engines. Then in the middle, where the helm can really see them nice and well, two nice big gauges here giving us our port and starboard engine speeds, all very good. And I have to say on this particular boat, all very nicely looked after, cleaned, polished and very well done indeed. It's a very nice boat. Now coming around to the port side here, I did mention the binnacle here. It's not just for an iPad, it could be for whatever you would like. We have some cup holders here, and then going round to the port side here you can see we have a nice L-shaped sofa which I'm going to plonk myself on because as I've done in another video, I can see that I've got something to hold on to. I've got a great view from the windows, I've got somewhere to put my drink, and I'm lounging in a luxurious way, which means I'm absolutely happy. And I can sit here all day, chat away to the helm or annoy the helm, and talk to the people down there on the lower part of the deck. But all in all, feeling really nice. And Fairline have made really nice use of all the areas on this boat. There's plenty of stowage, and they even put another little locker under here as well, actually quite a large locker. Lockers are always good because we always fill them up, don't we? Very nice and super stunning down here, and somewhere to spend evenings, days, cocktail evenings, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you feel very special. Lovely. Okay, so before we go down below, I'll just show you the companionway door, which is a piece of art on this boat, I think, and it's a 2 or even 1 fingered operation just to close it. There we go, nice and tinted. Looks great, doesn't it? Lets a bit of light in, excuse me, gives you a little bit of privacy though, and then when we want to get down there, it's a 1 fingered operation to put it back, and we can latch it back as well so that at sea it will stay open and not close accidentally on one of the children. Very nice indeed, and while it's away and out of the way. What could be better? Right then, so let's pick the camera up for the first time, and I'll just adjust the feet as I'm taking you down below, and let's hope you're in for a nice surprise, which I'm sure you will be, because it is lovely down here. What I'm going to do is place you right in the middle of the compartment. There we go, you're on the saloon table, and I'll take a step back, sit on the companionway, which is very nice and easy to get to. 4 steps down, we've got something to hold on to here. We have the bars I showed you up there to get down here as well. Once you're in, you're in. Now the light's fading a little bit outside, but that doesn't matter. We've got lovely lighting everywhere. We've got light coming in through the companionway, we've got light coming in through the hatchway, and a window port and starboard, so it's still nice and light and bright in here. We've got cream carpet, we've got cream stroke white gel coat interior, which, while it's not upholstered in upholstery everywhere, it's really nice and easy to clean. It's bare gel coat, so we can wipe that, and we won't be getting impregnated upholstery impregnated with mildew, etc. One or two not gel coat bits, but still nice and easy to wipe. Nice and easy to wipe, so very, very nice and easy to keep clean, which probably explains why this boat does seem so nice and bright. So yeah, once we're down, we've got access to the bilge there. As we step down, we've got the shower drain pump under there, and we can monitor any bilge levels, etc. Happy to report it's bone dry, which is great. And then on the starboard side here, you can see we've got the galley unit. I'll just move back a little bit. L-shaped. Nice inset work surface here. Behind the dehumidifier here, we've got a stowage for plates. We lift the lid off, down the plates go, lovely. And then forward of that, we've got the sink. And then forward of that, if I just lean over, we've got the cooker. So we've got 2 gas burners under here, which if we replace the lid on, very heavy lid, we've got another work surface, which is great. Very nice cooker on here, or oven on here with a grill. Looks lovely and clean as well. We've got a cupboard here, which is actually quite a large cupboard, and a fridge in the after bulkhead here. So really ergonomic in that if you're cooking, producing cups of tea, etc. Up they go, very nice and easily, up to the helm and the cockpit. And once they've been drunk, then down they come again, and also very nice and easy to pass stuff towards the cockpit table, sorry, the saloon table, and bring it back. Very nice. Very bright and airy area, feels like there's lots of space. I'm 5'9", well over 6 feet there, though it does go down as we go forwards over the saloon table, but I think you'll only be sitting there anyway, so not too much of a problem. On the right hand side here, we've got a nice opening locker here for your coats, your fowlies, etc, etc. Little stereo nestling up there as well. And the stereo has speakers in the radar arch, and also port and starboard under here. So you can't see them, but you can certainly feel them. Looking forward, you can see we've got nice U-shaped seating all the way around the port and starboards and the front. Storage below, some mirrors on the front, which give us probably the illusion of a bit more space, but I don't think we really need it because there is lots of space. You'll see the windows, they're both open. We've got the hatch that opens, very, very nice indeed. So light and air in, moisture, fumes, etc. going out. And the table itself, if I just take a pew here, you're sitting on a closed leaf, so we can open the table up fully like that to give us a nice big saloon table as well, so we can sit everybody around there for the dinner. And if you fancy sleeping down here, which many will, then this table does drop down, and these cushions do pull in to make a lovely great big double with 2 cushions that pull up on the outboard side. So very, very nice big bed for that lucky person, I think. Absolutely fantastic. You'll notice on this boat, I call it a sign of a considerate owner. We've got the combination of a dehumidifier and an anti-condensation heater. There's also one down in the engine space as well. That's a great idea to keep the moisture out of your boat and the inside of your boat, just warmed slightly above dew point to prevent the condensation and mildew forming. So I call it sign of a considerate owner. And if you can find one of those, you know you've got yourself a good boat. Okay then, so let's pick the camera up, and I'll transport you aft and through this door here, where we find the heads compartment. There we go. I'd say it's fairly bijou in here, but actually, what do you need space for? You can sit there and use the toilet, you can stand and use the toilet. There's still loads of headroom in here. We've got a towel rail holder there, we've got a sink there, hot and cold running water, a bit of storage underneath, and we've got a nice shower here. So if you want to shower, we're in here, on it comes, just like at home really, no great compromise. The water all disappears down through the floor and gets taken away by the shower drain pump. Lots of nice soft radiused edges, so nice and easy to clean, which is again probably one of the reasons why this boat just feels so nice and well looked after. Lovely. So I'll pick you up from the heads and close the door on the heads, and we'll open the final door, which takes us through to the aft cabin. So I'll try and balance you on here. Let's hope we don't make a fool of me. There we go. And I'll just reverse out slowly. Please don't fall over. And there we go. So you're in the after cabin, and as you can see, really nice and easy to get through. Loads of head height here again too. Nice mirror here to give you the illusion of space, but also to make yourself look decent, I guess, in the morning. But once we're in, we've got a nice seating area here where we can sit down and it'll help us to get dressed or get our footwear on and off, etc. Unless you just want to sit there and read a book. And if I just come in, Sit down on the seat, you can see on the outboard side you've got 2 windows that open, so again light and air in, both with curtains. We've got a nice big cupboard at the back here, nice and deep, nice and long, with a hanging rail in there as well. We've got I'd call this a bookshelf here for maybe books, handbags, drinks, etc. And this lid here does lift to give us the equivalent space almost underneath as well, so lots of stowage. Very nice. The bunks, or the after bunks on this boat do go with thwartship, so as you can see, nice and long, not quite the full beam, but actually I'm not sure there are many people that would be the full length of these berths, to be honest. Nice and wide as well, so you've got a really nice area to sleep on this boat. Over the other side you've got a fiddled shelf and a cupboard there as well, a cupboard with outdoors or a stowage. And generally speaking, for a boat of this size and type, I think Fairline have done a really nice job designing down here, because we've got lots of room between the bunk here and the deck head, and it comes up here as well. So if you were sitting in here reading, you'd be absolutely fine. And even if you're not, if you're laying down, many boats would have their deck head here a lot lower. So I think it's a very nice compartment indeed, and it's really lovely and clean. Like it very much. So that's the after cabin. Let's pick you up and we'll take you back towards the saloon table where we'll sum up. In fact, we'll go up to the cockpit and finish off. Here we go. So this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a quick extended tour around the cockpit and the interior of this really lovely Fairline Targa 29. Hope you've appreciated this particular boat, how clean she is, how modern she looks despite her age, and just how well older boats or slightly older boats can come into the here and now if you look after them, update the instrumentation, update the bits and pieces. And on top of that, we've got the lovely cockpit, loads of space, very flexible, big sunbed there if you want it, really well equipped helm area, lovely enclosure here to keep the weather out or to allow us to see out as well. Very nice big swim platform at the back of the boat, and then down below we've got a lovely galley there, plenty of room for cooking, really nice large saloon area at the front with the saloon table that goes down to give us a massive bed, the nice head compartment with a really lovely shower in it, and the after cabin as well, that I think is a really nice one for a boat of this size. So hope you've enjoyed the tour, hope you've got an idea of what it's like to be on this really nice luxury sports boat. Thanks for watching, we hope to see you again for more reviews in the future. Take care.